And we're off. Court is in session, and things are about to heat up. Buckle up, because this isn't just paperwork. This is a defendant's freedom on the line.
This court is in session, and this isn't routine paperwork, it's freedom on the line. One side cries confusion, the other screams deception. Paperwork, language barriers, and credibility, everything hangs in the balance. Stay tuned, because this case is about to spiral into chaos.
For preliminary examination, I believe I have all of the discovery, and then I can address the community corrections issue.
Why don't we address the community corrections?
Here's where things get messy. The defense says their client had no paperwork, no instructions, nothing to guide him. But the prosecution immediately fires back, saying that's impossible, because the violation notice itself proves paperwork existed. This is classic courtroom whiplash. One side says mistake, the other says manipulation. Who do you believe? Was it really confusion due to a language barrier, or a calculated excuse to dodge responsibility?
There is a slight language barrier with my client. He does have a green card, but he's from the country of Eritrea, I believe it is. He tells me that he didn't receive any paperwork when he was released from custody, so he didn't know exactly what to do. When I got the notice of the violation from community corrections, I advised him to go over there. Said
Classic courtroom clash.
And if they didn't have
Defense says it's a
paperwork, they wouldn't have sent the
misunderstanding.
bond violation.
Prosecution
He's not telling you
says
the
it's a
truth.
lie.
I did.
Who do you believe?
Well,
They can face this.
I
is where
apologize, Your Honor, on
credibility
his
can
behalf.
make
He
or
tells
break
me
a
there
case.
shouldn't be any. He did go over there twice yesterday asking to be enrolled in the intake process. He said that they told him they didn't have any paperwork for him to do that. So he's happy to do that right now.
That's not true.
I don't think there'll be any problems.
It's not
But
true. There's
Okay.
paperwork over there. I can see the paperwork over there. And if they didn't have paperwork, they wouldn't have sent the bond violation. He's not telling you the truth.
I did.
Well, I apologize, Your Honor, on his behalf. He tells me there shouldn't be any issues if the court wouldn't mind passing hit for him to do.
When
the
did he
intake.
say he went over there? Because I'll call right now.
Yesterday.
Yesterday afternoon?
They wouldn't have. It's not true.
I did.
I can tell because I've got the bond violation here from me.
Okay. This is his first experience on this level with the legal system. So I would ask.
Probable cause conference will be adjourned August 28th, 2025, 9 a.m. At this time, the defendant's bond is revoked.
And there it is, bond revoked. For those unfamiliar, that means the defendant isn't going home tonight. Judges use this hammer when they feel a defendant can't be trusted to follow the rules of release. It's not just punishment, it's prevention. The court is signaling loud and clear. If you can't play by the rules, you lose your freedom, at least for now.
Defendant's remanded.
Podium as we speak. Carl, once you get up here, please yourself to his honor.
Carlos, so.
Thank you, Your Honor. I had previously represented Mr. Self in the matter ending in 5140. Late yesterday, I was just appointed to.
Bond revoked. That means the defendant is headed back to jail. No, go home and think about it. Judges use this hammer when they feel someone isn't playing by the rules. Tough call, but it sends a loud message.
His other matter, 5186. We are asking that both matters be adjourned in order for me to review discovery and work on a global resolution with the people.
Probable cause conference in these cases will be adjourned August 28th, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you.
The defense now pivots, rolling out health crises, hospital stays, even a flooded apartment destroying crucial documents. These aren't small inconveniences, they're real hardships. But in the courtroom, hardships don't always excuse obligations. The bigger question, do these struggles explain missed responsibilities, or just mask them? This is where sympathy collides with the law. What would you do in the judge's place?
Protect his health and stay. So unfortunately, he was predisposed. He had paper. He did have his intake paperwork. I asked him to provide it for me, but unfortunately, that was lost when your apartment flooded, was it?
Yeah.
So his apartment flooded and destroyed a lot of his belongings. So unfortunately, we don't have documentation for the court. He is also interested in.
Was that explained to cocaine use during July?
I don't believe that would be related, Judge, to that particular issue. But we have reached out to Sarah Stewart in the jail Mr. Self is a business owner. He owns a barbershop. He's eager to get back to work. He has 3 employees who rely on him for their livelihood, in addition to his own livelihood at the shop. The shop is currently closed and idled while he is in custody. So we are asking that he be released to be able to return to being a productive member of community and a job provider for the local community. And so we are asking for a PR bond on these matters.
I don't need a response from the people. His bond will continue as previous, as I've said it. In this case, motion for bond reduction is denied.
Understood. Thank you, Judge.
Denied. Despite arguments about jobs, employees, and community ties, the judge isn't budging. Why? Because bond decisions hinge on one thing: trust. And right now, the trust account is bankrupt. The defense tried to cash in on sympathy, but the judge made it clear no amount of excuses outweighs a repeated pattern of
This matter.
Is there really a need?
There's a lot of updates that I've been talking with Mr. Burgeons about, and
Is that to the use of recreational marijuana, which he's not supposed to do, or to the cocaine? Which is the update?
Well, it concerns both, Your Honor. It concerns all of the steps that he's taking, and specifically the documentation that he went to Home Division yesterday, and we are waiting documentation, and
Documentation for what?
that he did his intake at Home Division yesterday.
As well as CMH.
As well as CMH. And he came in with a written plan in his notebook, and I can honestly say I did not even tell him to do this, but he came in with a written plan about how he's going to stay clean.
If I test him today, is he going to test clean?
Yes, sir. But I won't in 2 days. Your Honor,
What?
Your Honor, I'm not lying to you. Judge Simpson, I've done everything that I could possibly do to make sure that I can continue to stay in society. I have a job. I start tomorrow at Full House Restaurant on Equals. I went to CMH and did my intake. I also went to Home Division and spoke with Mr. Marcus, who is a recovery coach on E-Course. All these places are within a half a mile from each other, from the hotel living in now. So I'm in position to lose my room, my residence, as well as my relationship with my fiance, who's clean and clinging on by her fingernail, because I'm trying my best to do my best and change my lifestyle, sir.
What are we doing with this case?
So I do have a green sheet, Your Honor. This is a case that is from, I believe, 2022. It's a possession. And I would ask to adjourn it because I'm hoping it comes to some sort of resolution.
Now this is raw. You can hear the desperation in his voice. He's talking about losing his job, his home, even his fiance, all while battling addiction. And here's the core tension. Is this genuine change or courtroom performance? Addiction. Cases blur the line between sincerity and survival strategy. This is where judges have to decide. Do you give someone one last chance or protect the community from repeated violations?
Making sure that he gets help, stays out of trouble. He just got this job. He has the sweatshirt that he's wearing. And he's eager to prove himself. And I think he's very genuine when he says, I mean, he asked me to ask this court to let him prove himself and to show with his actions that he is following up, that he's good to his word. I did call Home Divisions this morning and verified Mr. Marcus. I'm just waiting for his email response to come through, that he did actually go to the meeting yesterday. I did verify with his fiance, who is with him, that he did that, and that he is clearly not using. He came to court knowing that he had this bond violation, knowing what he risked in terms of his liberty, but he wanted to do the right thing, and he wanted to stand before this court to ask for the opportunity to show that he can be clean, he can be sober, he can be in the community, and he will do the right thing. He's very eager to prove himself. He has no other cases, not on probation or parole, and he has this new plan.
Recovery coach, new plan.
Mm-hmm. And he's going to Little House meetings multiple times per week.
I start work tomorrow, y'all. I just need an opportunity to prove to you that I can do the right thing. I know I've made some mistakes, some horrible decisions. I'm 62 years old. I'm old enough to know right from wrong. And I apologize for my shortcomings, but I'm trying to do the right thing. I can't prove it to you from there.
I have 4 positive tests. He's been using cocaine. It almost less than a week ago, I have a positive test regarding that.
I understand.
He doesn't have a valid medical marijuana card. He's also been using marijuana or THC at least in the system. You're telling me now, the day before he's to come to court, he's now in treatment.
I started
And
yesterday.
somehow or another, I'm just supposed to say all of that's okay.
Well, Your Honor, he knows it's not okay. I think what makes him really different is he is coming, he is testing, and he is doing his best. It is obviously a struggle for him to battle his addiction, but he is not getting in trouble. He's going to meetings. He's doing the best that he can, and I think he's doing what, especially on his own initiative. I mean, I was surprised yesterday because he doesn't have his own cell phone. He shares with his fiance, and before I even talked with him, he came up with this plan himself, and I think that goes to show that he is taking the initiative to do this himself, and he is using this added accountability of testing. He knows that he's going to lose his liberty if he tests dirty one more time. I mean, he knows that. And he knew that coming into court today. And he still came in anyways because he wanted to prove to.
And there it is.
Bond revoked again, but with a lifeline. The judge leaves the door cracked open. Prove you're enrolled in treatment, and reconsideration is possible. That's the tightrope here. It's punishment and incentive all rolled into one. The clock is ticking, and the defendant must now back his words with actions. One slip, one failed test, and the door slams shut. But follow-through and redemption might still be on the table.
And I'm serious about recovery. And so I would ask this court for one more week, one more opportunity for Mr. Bergens to prove himself.
I can do it, Your Honor. I promise. I'll be locked up if I don't. I can't do anything from jail. I have a job now. And I want to prove to myself as well as this court.
Anyone can go to jail.
Sir?
Nothing.
I'm sorry.
And that's the case. Second chances clashing with broken trust. Was the judge harsh or fair? Tell us what you think in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more courtroom breakdowns.
I'll adjourn this out to the 28th, 2025 at 9 a.m. I don't need a response from the people. Defendant's bond is revoked. If you send me the proof that he's enrolled, I'll reconsider the revocation of his bond. But until such time, his bond's revoked. Defendant remains.
So what do you think? Was the judge too harsh or fair given the track record? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this case is the perfect mix of law, life, and second chances.